What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Okay. While you are at it, go ahead and click the thumbs up button to like this video. It is an easy and free way to help support my channel, okay? Because we are still trying to do what? Grow. Say it with me. Grow. Now, y'all, I want to give it a couple more minutes before I really get into the video. But as y'all can tell by the title, honey, you can tell by the title and the thumbnail why I is here today. Because we got some things to discuss, baby. Baby, we got some things to discuss. So y'all better come on in. Grab a little snacky snack. Because we got some things to discuss, baby. Okay. We definitely got to talk about Love Island. Because this fucking cast, let me tell you right now, this cast of Love Island will probably go down in history as one of the most stressful castmates of Love Island history. Okay, I don't want to, give it too much. I don't want to dive in too deep. Let's let some people come on in. I know the internet streets today have been popping. And this is like, damn, the reunion aired Monday. Today's Wednesday. We're talking about not even a full 48 hours, bro. Not even a full 48 hours. And the shit done popped off. I'm talking about less than 48 hours after the doggone reunion. Less than 48 mother freaking hours after the reunion. Shit done popped off. Everything I thought I knew, I didn't know. When I tell you, I did not see this curveball coming. This curveball that Ace threw us today, I didn't see it coming. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not see it coming. I have so many thoughts, but I'm really trying to just wait a couple more minutes before I really dive in, because I don't want to go too hard right now. I really want to hit my main points when more people are really in the thing. But baby, I can just tell y'all right now before I dive in, this is probably going to be the last week. Okay, let me not lie. I'm probably going to stop talking about Love Island, in the next couple weeks. Because in all honesty, shit's about to die down with Love Island. They just had the reunion on Monday. So honestly, it's going to die down. I think we'll probably be talking about Love Island for the next maybe month, right? For the next 4 weeks. I think that's what it'll kind of be because, reunion, let stuff kind of die down. Now that the reunion's done, there's not really much going on as far as the cast in its entirety. So, yeah, y'all, I think I'm going to give it a couple more weeks. And then I just don't want to ever talk about Love Island season 7 ever, never again. Because I just think, what's up, DeMarcus? I just think this has been the worst season ever, and I'm so disappointed with how things have gone. DeMarcus says, which song is better? Better Have My Money by that's hard. But honestly, for nostalgia and like everything, I gotta say Bossy by Khalees. Bossy by Khalees. That's my final answer. All right, y'all. let's get into it because I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired. I'm actually not even feeling that well all the way. Like, I think, I don't know, I got something with my allergies and sinus. I really feel a sinus infection coming on. I pray I'm wrong. So I'm gonna get this crack-a-lacking replay crew. If y'all don't catch the live and y'all catch this later, please still show us some love. Hit the like button, comment, let me know your opinions, agree, disagree. Let me know, but be respectful. That's all I ask. I welcome different opinions. Just don't be blatantly ignorant and mean, and be respectful. I finally caught a live of you. Yes, I know. I mean, to be honest though, I haven't really gone live in like 2-3 weeks. I dropped like a video, and then I did go live like 2 weeks ago. But nonetheless, DeMarcus, there's so many. If I could go live every single time I want to talk about a topic, I would just like, that would be my dream. If I could just get paid to just stay home and be a full-time YouTuber or be a full-time content creator, baby, I would be popping out videos left and right, because y'all don't know how many times I'll be during my day and I'm like, damn, I want to just like talk about this right now. I want to get on camera, and I'm just not in a position to do that yet. So anyway, the point is there's so many things I really want to discuss with you guys on but the last couple weeks, but I just have not been able to. Virgo season is finally here. Yes. Virgo season. My birthday is, oh my gosh. Woo. My heart just stopped for a second. My birthday is next Sunday. My birthday falls on a Sunday. So my birthday is Sunday, September 7th. And I have so many mixed feelings about that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Okay, let me get it. Let me get up in there. It's time to get up in there. Whew. All right, y'all. Season 7, Love Island reunion aired on Monday. And so I thought that the bulk of my dialogue this week, as it pertains to Love Island, would in fact be about the reunion. I really thought, the bulk of my dialogue and opinions would be pertaining to the reunion. I did not foresee that all this extra drama would be coming out less than 48 hours after the reunion. The two biggest things that have taken place in less than 48 hours after the reunion aired, let me correct that, the reunion aired. I think they did tape this a week or two ago, so they just taped it. Anyway, two big things happened in the past 48 hours. Oreo. Amaya and Brian, Amaya announced today that she and Brian are no longer together. Mind you, the day of the reunion, so Monday, 2 days ago, it was noted that Amaya and Brian unfollowed each other on Instagram. So that was a big deal. And it's like, y'all really did that? Like, the day of the reunion airing. So it just felt like, was that strategy? Like, I don't know. I just found it to be very weird. Like, my thing is, why do that? I don't know. There's so many reasons. I'm not even about to sit here and waste time dissecting that shit. The point is, the day of the reunion airing on Monday. What? Yo, chill. Sorry, y'all. My crazy ass cat. My new cat, not Simba. Simba's my angel. Oreo. Anyway. Damn it, I'm all over the place. Focus, Monique. Focus. It was bad enough that Amaya and Brian unfollowed each other on Monday. Then today, Wednesday, Amaya released a statement on Instagram as to she and Brian. And you know what? Let's I wasn't even gonna do all this, but let's do this. Because I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay. Let's take a little look-see, shall we? Okay. Let's take a little look-see, shall we? All right, how do I do this shit again? Present, share screen, StreamYard, all these damn updates they have. Okay. All right. Can y'all see? Actually, let me pull it up higher. Okay, so earlier today, at 1:50, Amaya wrote this, and I'm just so sick of Amaya. I ain't fucking with her no more. Amaya wrote, this is her first post at 150. My papayas, Brian and I are no longer together. After leaving the villa, it became very clear that we were on two different journeys. Our visions did not align, and relationships are supposed to be a team sport. You don't have to drink the whole sea to know it's salty. Okay, clock it. All love here. I do not condone any hate, spread of negativity, or bullying. I truly wish him the best. Amaya Papaya. Very cute, very PR. I like it. However, 5 minutes later, and shout out to Coca, Coca Mako. Okay, Coco Makoko. I recently started following their page. I like their content. So shout out to Coco Makoko. Literally 5 minutes after that initial post, Amaya Papaya took out the portion where it said, all love here. I do not condone any hate, spread of negativity, and bullying. Why would she take that out? She still has the I truly wish him the best, but why would she take out the I do not condone any hate, spread, or negative? I feel like that is something that is very much so something that Amaya Papaya should have actually kept um in the post, being how much bullying and racism and negativity has been going on with the psychotic fan base this season. I think that is a very important piece to put in there. I mean, damn, even Janae from last season, just 2 weeks ago, when she found out about Kenny, even Janae had a heart enough to say, hey, y'all leave Kenny's family alone. Don't be calling up people's job. Like, she even had enough heart to do that. So Amaya, I don't know why she would take out the no bullying and hate, because I don't want to see anybody get bullied and hate. So I thought that was very weird that she did that. I already been told y'all. I literally made a video last week about Amaya Papaya, and I literally made it a week ago, like less than a week ago. I literally did. I literally said, y'all, instead of questioning about Nicolandria being real, the couple y'all need to be looking at is Amaya and Brian. When did I post that? Because that's crazy. I really did post that. I actually forgot I did. When did I do this? What day is this? A week ago. Is it going to tell me the exact day? TikTok be weird. Nonetheless, a week ago, y'all can check my TikTok. Y'all can check my Instagram. I literally made a video that says Nicolandria haters need to be more concerned about Amaya and Brian. Check out my TikTok. The TikTok is Monique Nicole. Which y'all? What's my damn TikTok? Monique Nicole 94. Anyways, so that happened. But also today, what happened was even more shocking news. So Ace from Love Island was kind of promoting from yesterday that he would be sitting down with Speedy. Love Speedy Morman. I think he's a really good journalist for the most part. I really enjoy his content. I like his interviewing style. I think he's very talented. As someone who's in that industry like myself and who's trying to like be on his level one day, maybe not, because I don't want y'all in my business. But nonetheless, I do like and respect Speedy. So when I first saw like the initial like kind of promo and what's the word, teasers, I was like, yes, Ace. Yes, Ace, you about to be with Speedy. Let's turn up. I'm so excited. Whoop-de, 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 whoop. I was excited. I was like, okay, bet, after coming out the villa, Ace was overwhelmed by all the love and hate, and he took a month to just focus on himself and his mental health and, be with his family and just unplug because it was just too much for him. Respectfully, I understood at the time. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. he did the slow burn. He took some time for his mental health. He chilled out. The reunion aired on Monday. Bet. Interview with Speedy dropping today. Boom, cat. I'm so excited. Come to find out. Ace was going to disappoint me more than anyone else this season. I need to breathe. Whew, let me sip some water, because the truth is I kind of popped off already. I popped off already on TikTok. So I really got a lot of it out of me. I still got some things to get off my chest, but I got a lot out. And like I said, I'm not really feeling so well. So I'm trying to just breathe and just like not get my levels too high up. I gotta just Disclaimer, I have not watched the entire interview of Speedy and Ace. Sorry, I wasn't able to. But I saw, hey, all in with Ali C. Why do people want to call me at the worst times? I am irritated. Okay. Hey, boo. Thanks for tuning in. All right, let me speed this up, because I feel like I'm just Demarcus said love is not in the air. It's not, my friend. It's not. So okay, y'all. Whew. Today, during his interview with Speedy, the first clip that went viral was, oh, you know what? Why am I gonna talk about it? I keep doing this to myself. Why the hell am I gonna talk about it when I can show you? All right. This is just so, when I tell y'all this is so disappointing. And y'all just please give me a second to get my bearings together. I'm actually not feeling that well. But I really wanted to get this off my chest today. All right. So just give me some grace, y'all. I'm not feeling the best, actually. Dealing with some health stuff.
Olandria and Nick's relationship is real. Is this you thinking, or is this your answer?
Oh boy, I'm about to smack that.
I'm going to assume that that's your answer. Mm-hmm. Is that tough for you because Olandria is someone that you consider to be a close friend?
Yeah, it really is tough for me, because again, she just came out here for Shelly's birthday, and we all spent a time together at the club, and we all kicking and shit like that. So I have a lot of respect for Olandria, but again, from the last conversation that I've had with, Nick, it was a matter of it's not a romantic spark. They just, you know what I'm saying? They find each other attractive.
Nick and Olandria's relationship, you've expressed do you feel like in silence, you've expressed your opinions on that. Mm. Do you think that the other relationships that have come from Love Island are real?
Yeah, Taylor and Clark, I know that's for sure real.
And the other ones, not so much, or?
Whoo, child, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Let me get my bearing. Let me breathe. Let me just breathe for a second, y'all. Because when I tell you guys, words can't really describe how disappointed I am in Ace. Let me try to, I want to massage this. I really want to take my time. Shout out to Funky Daniva. I want to take my time with this, because I really want to be able to get out all the points that I have. And I really don't understand how some of you, most of you on social media and on my social media, totally are in agreement with me and totally understand and agree that Ace was dead wrong. This was immature. This was petty. This was hurtful. This was shocking. This was backstabbing completely. Then there's some of you who just don't get it. And I'm going to try to make you guys understand it. Okay. and I'm not feeling so well. So I really do need y'all to give me some grace. Okay. First of all, oxymoron. Okay, Ace. You said that you have respect for Olandria. You cool with her. Y'all been friends. Y'all been cool. Obviously, she's besties with your girl, Shelly. She just came to Shelly's birthday. Y'all was turned up, crunk, lit in this bit. Okay. If you have respect for Olandria, you would have never sat up there on that damn interview with Speedy and said what you said. What Ace did today on that interview, or whenever the hell he filmed it, what Ace did was low down, dirty, vindictive, selfish, self-righteous, cruel, and was ultimately a betrayal. And I'm going to peel back the layers. So y'all get y'all notepads. Okay. First of all, Ace. When Ace came out the house, I just said it a minute ago. When Ace got out the house, he was overwhelmed by the love and the hate that he was receiving. I do think Ace was deserving of criticism for his behavior in the villa, but I don't think Ace deserved hate. I've been very vocal that in the first half of Love Island season 7, I did not like Ace. I like his goofy, funny, outgoing, kind personality that he has. That part of him, I do like that. I like Ace's online presence. Before whole Love Island, I vaguely knew him, so I wasn't some big Ace fan, but I enjoyed his content. Ace seemed like a really nice kid. He seemed like a really nice guy who really just shows love to everybody, doesn't have issues with people, doesn't really start drama, just has fun on his channel, welcomes all people. I really was able to be objective with Ace. I'm a very objective person, sometimes at my own detriment. So, I felt like Ace deserved criticism, but he didn't deserve hate. Nonetheless, when Ace came out the villa, baby, he wrote a whole essay about how he's going to take time from social media, how he won't really be seeing him too much in these internet streets. He wants to take time for his mental health, process everything, be with his family, hang out with okay, completely understood it. I respected it. I rooted for him, and I was in agreement. And I actually wish a lot of the other cast members did what Ace did and just chilled out. First of all, let me stay on track. I appreciated what Ace did initially. Cool. All right, boom. Here we are. Monday's the reunion. Where am I going at with this? Nope, let me go back. Ace took a point to pause for his mental health. Yet, Ace recklessly went on a international podcast and did something that could quite literally have a negative impact on Olandria's mental health. That bothers me. Let me break it down. Ace knows how much hate, scrutiny, judgment, ridicule, and racism that has come towards Olandria and Shelly. Okay. He knows it. He knows that there is already online rhetoric of, is Nick and Olandria real? Are they real? Are they this? Is it fake? He knows. He freaking knows that there is already a negative online rhetoric about Nick and Olandria. As someone who claims you care about mental health, and this is what pisses me off about a lot of y'all out there, a lot of y'all be fake when it comes to mental health. A lot of y'all be fake, and y'all only care about y'all's own mental health, but y'all never take the time to pause and think about someone else's mental health. Y'all never take the time to apply certain things to situations. No, but everybody want to fake scream about mental health. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't really care about mental health, because if y'all did, a lot of y'all wouldn't do the things y'all do. But that's another conversation for another day. Clark it. But yeah, Ace. Again, you, Shelly, your girl, your boo thing, your love, my Shelly, your girl in Olandria has received a substantial amount of racism and hatred, and you decided to dogpile on that shit. That was reckless, that was selfish, that was self-centered, that was self-serving, that was vindictive. We're about to get to the vindictive part. Give me a minute. 100,000% disappointed in Ace. Yes, false positivity. Very false positivity. And I think Ace falls into that false positivity. A lot of people say, oh, Ace is jealous. I don't think Ace is jealous. Now, I do think Ace was a little jealous and threatened by Jeremiah in the villa. Yes. But as far as coming out the villa, I actually don't think it's jealousy. I think it's some shit much, much, much deeper than that. But put a pin in that. So I am, as someone who really is a mental health advocate, as someone who really did feel great sympathy and empathy for Shelly and Olandria and all the things that they dealt with coming outside the villa, the meanness, the racism, and then of course Olandria. Imagine Olandria too. She's getting it so hard. Olandria is getting hit left and right. Half the people think that Nick Olandria is fake. Half the people think that Nick don't really like her. Half the people are clowning her and saying that she was all over Taylor and Taylor didn't want her and she was coming off thirsty. You know what I'm saying? And she's getting racism. That's a lot for one person to take, especially someone who is not used to being on television, on national television. So you want to talk about your mental health. What about Olandria's mental health? Did you ever think about that, Ace? So the fact that you dogpiled on it, bro, really, when I tell y'all, I'm so disappointed because I thought Ace was a better person than that. Despite how he acted in the house with Jeremiah, I really thought Ace was a better person than that. Okay, so that's my first issue. Him being insensitive and not considering Olandria's mental health and all the additional hate that she's going to get. Okay. My second issue, which is pretty bad. This is where I feel like Ace was vindictive. So let me roll the beautiful beam footage where Ace says that he and Nick are not really friends anymore. Let's take a look. This is very important.
As Ace, who would you consider to be your friend from the villa?
Who I consider to be my friend is the people who support me out loud and not
who are
behind
those
closed
people?
doors. Alandria, obviously me and Shelly Morman friends, and Taylor.
That's it.
Brian calls to check in on me from time to time to make sure I'm straight, and that's it.
So me asking you who your friends are, and you name Olandria, Taylor, and maybe Brian. The glaring omission there is Nick.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like me and Nick are cool, but like to say we are super, super close, like we were in the villa, it's not the case, because again, certain instances, I take a look at it for what it is. Coming out this villa, I've seen a lot of people not stand behind what they say and let narratives continue to spin. The people who stood on what exactly happened in the villa after having all the conversations said today to when this interview drops, this is who my current people who are close to me. I respect Alandria, I respect Shelly, I respect Jeremiah, I respect Brian, and I respect Taylor. I'm not super, super close with everybody like that coming outside the villa because I just see certain things on the internet which I don't respect. And I know you probably about to ask me about the whole Nick is not a part of that equation. It's just, again, certain things I don't rock with. I feel like if you're my friend behind closed doors, you're gonna be my friend in public.
Sure.
And again, we all have fun, we joke, we troll. I seen he did a whole tattoo thing, funny as hell. But when it comes to the serious shit regarding my character, that's the things I
As Ace.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right. He said a whole lot. Okay, so I did not get to watch the entire interview from earlier because I was busy. So I was gonna ask, was this interview taped after they taped the reunion? But I already have my answer. This 100, the interview that Ace did with Speedy, 100% was taped after the reunion. The fact that Ace says that he respects Jeremiah. Yeah. This was taped after the reunion because at the reunion, Jeremiah and Ace, they went at it, but they made amends. So this definitely was after the reunion tape. Remember, the reunion aired on Monday, but they taped it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Okay. Whoo, trying to dissect what Ace said. Okay, because he said a lot. All right. So he reveals that he and Nick ain't really friends like that. He ain't really rocking with Nick too heavy these days because allegedly, apparently, he felt like, Nick didn't really have his back when it came to his character. Okay. Shout out to somebody in my comments on TikTok. They said they had an update for me at the time. They said, update, y'all. Ace said Nick did not stand up for him about something he was getting unnecessary hate for. And because Nick said the final four was the right four or something, it was a basic PR answer Nick gave to seem neutral. My issue with this, if this is true, and again, I, being a journalist, I will do my part at some point when I have the mental capacity. I will go and watch at least majority of the interview. I can't promise I'm gonna do the whole hour, but I will listen to majority of the interview. I will do my part. However, if this comment is correct about what Ace allegedly said in the interview, Ace is dead ass wrong. Dead wrong. First of all, let me get you together, Ace. Part of having friends is knowing your friends, knowing their personalities, knowing their habits, knowing their tics, and you have to sit back and say, is this something I want to deal with? Okay. Something that is very apparent to me, since they've been out the villa, is that Nick is he tries to be very neutral, at least in the public eye. He tries to be the peacemaker. He tries to be neutral. And I feel like that is not the fact that Ace made that a personal thing is very weird to me. It's very weird to me. Example, it was not until Monday night, while the reunion was airing on national television, or I guess Peacock, whatever, same thing. It was not until then that Nick decided to unfollow Hood Rat, Hula Hoop, Hurricane from Instagram. And so a lot of people were low-key looking at Nick like, Nick, why did it take you so long to unfollow Hula Hoop? It shouldn't have taken that long for you to unfollow her. So it's like, again, I can see why, as Nick's friend, you would not like that about him in certain cases, because there are some people look at loyalty so different. Some people have different rules. Some people feel like, okay, well, you can, have my back in public, but correct me in private. And I do understand that to an extent. I do, to an extent. But in the event that Ace felt this way, and I'm not there. For all I know, he may have had a private conversation with Nick, but there's something in my spirit. There's something in my spirit that's telling me that after the reunion tape, he did not have this conversation with Nick. He did not let Ace, his friend at the time, he did not let Nick know that, hey, bro, I'm kind of feeling a way about how you're being so neutral in the press. And I just feel like, how are you mad at? I just feel like if Nick is being neutral with a bitch who came for his own woman, he's gonna be neutral with you about you in the press. So I just felt like Ace was very weird to take that so personally. Ace is allegedly upset that Nick allegedly said, see, you can tell I'm a journalist, allegedly, okay, that, oh no, the right Final Four deserved it, or the Final Four deserved to be, however he said it. He did not want to step on toes. Nick, I need Ace. This is how I know Ace is very like 22, very, very self-centered, very young, very selfish, very me. I need Ace to also put himself in Nick's shoes. And I'm surprised that Ace does not understand this, because Ace has that positivity. I'm so positive. I love everybody. Ooh, I'm the good guy. He has that so innately in him, or at least that's what he tries to portray. And so someone with that personality, I would think they would understand Nick's personality of trying to be the mediator, trying to be the neutral, because can you imagine, let's just be real for a second, with as vicious as these fans have been, as mean and just hateful as these fans have been, can you imagine if Nick came on the press and was like, yeah, I'm cool with some of the people who were in the Final Four, but I do think a couple people could have been swapped out for or if he just said, oh no, I think Ace should have been in the final. I just feel like even if he felt in his heart like, damn, I wish Ace was with me in the Final Four, of course that would have been dope. You know what I mean? Of course, he might have, in his head, he's thinking, yeah, I wish my boys Ace and Taylor were in the Final Four. He's not going to say that, because if he said that, he would low-key come off like a hater. He wants to be a good person. He doesn't want to be an asshole and be like, yeah, I wish these two weren't on and my besties were on. No, because then it's almost like you're discrediting the other couples in the finals. That would look like a jerk. So Ace is mad, allegedly, because Nick gave a politically correct answer and did not want to look like a hater or an asshole in the press. Come on, Ace, you can't get mad. You of all people, sir, you of all people cannot get upset because Nick wants to be, nice and neutral, and he I don't. Ace is very young, and I couldn't really put my finger on it until a TikTok user said it today. I've actually felt this for a while, but I just couldn't put a finger on what I wanted to call it. Ace has a holier than thou attitude and energy. And he displayed that a lot in the villa, especially when it came to the Jeremiah thing and Huda. Sorry, I cannot say that girl's name because her psychotic fans start crawling out the dark like roaches. Hula hoop. Anyway, I'm realizing Ace has a very all or nothing, very woe is me, very victim, very martyr, very oh my God, what was the word I just said a minute ago? A very holier than thou. He really has that. And I don't see, for those that see it, y'all see it. And for those that don't, I don't like. I'm just not a biased person. Like, I literally do not know how to be biased. Like, I'm just not a biased person. I have just always been, maybe it's the Virgo in me, maybe it's just me as my unique personality. I have always been, more so now than ever, I'm pretty much most of my adult life, I've been a very objective person. All these comments I'm making is not because I don't like Ace. I was freaking rooting for Ace in the end. But Ace has a holier than thou energy. He has a very martyr victim energy. He has a very selfish, self-centered, self-serving energy. And I saw it in the villa. I saw it with how he treated Shelly. And I saw it in how he did this interview and really betrayed and hurt Olandria and Nick. He didn't give a damn about Olandria's mental health. He didn't give a damn about, I mean, Nick has been a good goddamn friend to you, Ace, to the point where the whole internet was calling him your follower, your, 3 Musketeers, you 2 Dreads and fucking Nick. Nick at the reunion made a joke about, I just listened to whatever Ace said. Like, the whole world. This is why he's even more selfish to me. Ace knows that the entire world was trolling him, 2 Dreads, and Nick, and was calling y'all the 3 Stooges, the 3 Musketeers. They were saying how you were the ringleader. He was saying how, and I'm gonna be honest, Ace. Grow some fucking balls, nigga. I'm sorry, grow some balls. And I'm not even trying to be nasty about mental health. I really am not trying to be nasty about mental health. When Ace mentioned mental health on his Instagram post and disappeared for a month, I respected it. But Ace, let's keep it a buck. Shelly and Olandria got it 10 times worse. You over here acting like you didn't even deal with the racism the way Olandria and Shelly did. You didn't even get a glimpse of the racism that they did. And you over here crying and backstabbing your friends because you felt like Nick didn't have your back the way that you expected him to do, because Nick didn't say the things the way you wanted him to say verbatim. No, baby, this is not Ace's world and we're just living in it. I'm not subscribing to that. And if Ace is like that, which he definitely much so gives that, I couldn't be his friend. I have to just when I was giving him credit on Monday saying, yo, Ace is very mature for his age. I liked how he was able to own up at the reunion that he was wrong about Jeremy. I was over here really freaking clapping for Ace and saying, Ace is a stand-up guy. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a very mature kid for 22. I'm giving this boy all this credit just for him to do this today. Nick didn't say nothing bad about you. Nick didn't sit here and you act like Nick did what Huda did. What Huda did was what Hula Hoop did was totally different than Nick. You didn't like that Nick said, oh, the right people who were in the Final Four, they're here and, this is the right Final Four. He wanted to be nice because either way, that's the thing. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. If Nick said, nah, man, I wish Taylor and Ace was here in the finals with me, he would have came off, again, like a follower of Ace. He would have came off like Ace's minion. He would have came off like shady and he would have came off so many different ways. He didn't want to throw shade at the current finalists. So on some camaraderie, hey, we're in this together, he gave the answer he gave. You're mad because he didn't answer it the exact way that you wanted him to. Oh no, baby. This thing called life, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. And if you felt like Nick could have answered it better, you could have called him. You could have picked up this damn iPhone and called him, baby. And I feel in my bone, something in my spirit and my bone marrow is telling me that Ace did not call that man and give him no heads up. Something is telling me in my bone marrow. I watched the whole interview. He was being honest, but I don't like that he said. And I'm gonna be honest, Shayna, as someone who was really defending Ace the last month, I don't even know if I can trust Ace's honesty. I don't know, man. The way he was so convicted about Jeremiah and was just, and he was wrong. And just certain other things, how he moves. I don't know if I can really trust Ace's word like I once used to. And when you get a chance, Shanna, go back 10 minutes from this timestamp, because I really do kind of really, I start off, but I make a point of Olandria's mental health and how Ace really just like screwed her over. It was just, this was selfish. It was selfish. It was hurtful. It was fucked up. So yeah, Ace is giving, it's my world and you guys are living in it. Ace is giving victim. Ace is giving martyr. Ace is giving control freak. Ace is giving holier than thou. And he had this holier than thou spirit in the house. And let me just remind some of y'all and get Ace together real quick. Ace bothered me too because he came off like he was just this perfect guy, this perfect cast member. He played the game perfectly. He just did. Listen, Linda. I have always given Ace credit for, despite the way he was damn what's the word, leading Shelly on through half this damn show, he was still one of the sweetest guys. You know what I'm saying? Him picking her the flowers and picking the stuff from the trees and making her just the nice gestures he would. I always enjoyed those moments. I really do. But let's not sit here, Ace, and act like you were just some perfect gentleman this entire show. You were definitely playing a game with Shelly. You and your whole, I don't even know if Ace watched the show before the damn he got on the show. This whole like, oh, you dude, Jeremiah, you locked down too quick, bro. You're love bombing. You locked down too quick, bro. Yeah, we gotta explore. Yo, it's clear that half these contestants did not ever watch Love Island. Like, I just couldn't, when I was watching this, I couldn't believe that the producers did not step in ever and really tell them, like, hey guys, hey, pause. That's not how we play the game. It is quite okay for someone to lock down after 2 days. You guys do not need to force them to explore. Like, people explore when they want to explore. And a lot of times it happens naturally because other people come in the house and it's like, ooh, I want to let it ride. Let it ride. Like, I just feel like Ace was a big culprit the first half, or some would even say majority of the season. I think Hula Hoop and Ace were one of the biggest culprits in why this season played out the way it did in various different ways. The toxicity, other things. I also blame the producers because they were messy. They were production. I already went in on production of Love Island USA. But I don't like this holier than thou energy that he has towards a lot of the other men because, sir, you were playing in Shelly's face. Let's keep it a buck, Ace. You were playing in Shelly's face. You kept ditching that girl. You ditched her to go to fucking Amaya. Man, when he ditched Shelly and was like, yeah, I want to explore Amaya. I just felt like, bro, I understand it. Like listen, I get it wanting to explore maybe the first 3 weeks. But bro, you waited to the 11th hour to really lock down with Shelly, to really make y'all shit really be what it is. Like, you waited to the 11th hour. And it's just like, what the freak? Like, so who do you think you are? And look, shout out to this person in my comment section on TikTok. This person said, Trixie Tang said, Ace played the entire time. Even when he picked Amaya over Shelly, Shelly told him, as a person, I feel a way about it. And you are a mystery. Because she was very confused by his decision. Ace's response was, you want me to show all my cards? And Shelly was like, what cards? Because he was playing games. And I've been saying this from the beginning. Everyone's really been saying from the beginning that Ace was acting like this was Love Island games. Ace was playing this shit like it was Big Brother. Traitors. Survivor. What? It just, Ace, beloved, you gonna get casted on those shows. I think Ace will be amazing in Big Brother. Amazing. I just think he was playing the wrong game. I don't think he saw the previous seasons. I don't think any of them really saw. I think Shelly, well, first of all, the tea is they've been trying to get Olandria and Shelly for years. Clock it. But yet y'all still allowed a lot of negativity towards them, and y'all gave them a very negative edit. Shayna says, I believe Ace when he low-key said the producers were behind. Yep. Oh yeah, a lot of elimination, but I agree. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm very objective. I do not hate Ace. His actions today actually really bother me and hurt me and disappoint me, because despite my issues and gripes that I had with Ace in the villa, I still was rooting for him. I was still rooting for him. But after today, I'm not rooting for Ace. I wish him the best. I do not wish Ace any ill will. I'm sure one day when he matures a little bit more, he'll be able to look back at his actions and realize he was wrong in a lot of things. But I do not wish him any harm. But after today, I will not be supporting Ace because, again, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, y'all. I broke it down. I'm giving a real psychology. Ian Levin's. I'm giving y'all some real shit. I'm not coming on here with no hater shit. I'm coming with the facts. But yeah, Shayna, the production, girl, I already got on production. Production was to be honest, production was the biggest culprit. But let me not lose track. Okay, yes. There's another thing I want to bring up. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up the fact of if what Ace said really did happen, right? Which it doesn't matter. It's still effed up. You still aired out. You say you appreciate and you respect Olandria, baby. You can't respect her if you did what you did to her today. If you don't understand that, then you don't know what loyalty is. You nah, you can't be around me. If you think nothing is wrong with what Ace did today, baby, we can't be friends because you stabbed me in the back too, selfishly. I want to play devil's advocate though and still make my point. Let's say that Ace was right. Let's say that Nick did tell him that, while he likes Olandria and he's attracted to her, there is no real romantic big spark yet. Let's say he said that. Why in the FUCK would you put them on blast? Why would you put them on blast? If you had any type of shred of respect that you claim that you have for Olandria, and if you have respect for Shelly, who is besties with Olandria. So if you had any respect for your girl Shelly and respect for Olandria, you would have not done what you did today, because a mature person, an objective person, an intellectual person would see that this would have a domino effect in a negative way. And this would impact a lot of people, including the woman you have around your arms, sir. Clark it. Before I get into my hypothetical about about Nick Olandria being a PR stunt, I want to I feel like I'm about to lose it. Yes, the issue I have with one of the biggest issues I had with Ace today and what he did was because he was being vindictive. And I do not care what any of you try to tell me. I don't care if Ace swears to the Lord that he wasn't. This was vindictive. And I promise you, if this was a woman who did this, if this was Housewives or whoever, and whoever reality star pulled this, y'all would be, people are going ham turkey grits on Ace, but I feel like y'all would be saying it's vindictive. I feel like society paints the picture that only women can be vindictive. And that's not true. Men can be very vindictive too. And I feel like what Ace revealed today was strategic and it was vindictive. I can bet my bottom dollar that if Ace was never offended by what Nick said, if Nick said everything in the press the exact way that Ace wanted him to, I swear my bottom dollar, Ace would not have said what he said today on that damn podcast. He would not have. Ace quite literally only said that Nick Olandria isn't real and that Nick and Olandria don't have a romantic spark. He would have never said that shit if Nick did everything and answered everything the way Ace wanted to. He only did it today out of spite. It was spiteful. and it was vindictive. And that is the biggest issue I have. That's the biggest issue I have, because he did it with ill intent. That is very scary for me. Now, for me, when it comes to friendships and circles, now we're embarking on dangerous territory. I can deal with a friend making a mistake. I can reveal a friend blabbing her mouth and repeat. I can deal with a lot of stuff. But what will make me end something dead in that moment is if you did something to hurt me and you had ill intentions. If you did something intentionally to hurt me, if you were trying to be spiteful and vindictive to me, rap. And I'm one of the most forgiving people you'll ever meet. I actually give people way too many chances. It was the motive. He had motive behind it. He was being spiteful and vindictive towards Taylor. And he didn't care that it was going to hurt Olandria in the process. And he didn't care that it was going to hurt Shelly, his own girl, who he loves. That's my biggest issue, y'all. That's my biggest issue. Replay crew. I'm going to wrap this up soon. I'm going to have to just come back another day with a deep dive in the reunion, because the reunion was a lot. But I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm kind of, after what Ace did, I really don't care to even talk about the reunion anymore, because I think I'm done talking about Love Island. I'm having like a Jessie Woo moment. I'm just, it's been a lot, especially, I think all the viewers are exhausted, but especially as a Black woman in which there were a lot of triggering moments this season, during production, post-production, now, social media, the reunion, like there has been so many triggering things that have taken place this season. I think that, thank God the reunion is done. I think the blogs are going to talk about Love Island for maybe 3-4 more weeks, let's say a month, and then it's going to die down, just like last season did. So I'm looking forward to that. And y'all, I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I am actually not feeling so well. I'm dealing with some medical issues that I really don't want to talk about right now. And I'm also just feel like I might be having a sinus infection. So I probably spaced out the first 10 minutes, but I was still talking. Don't get me wrong. I was spitting facts. It's just like I had a couple moments where I was like, I just had a brain issue. So a brain fart, whatever we call them. So please forgive me, but please understand, your girl Monique Nicole was spitting nothing but facts, baby. I should have been a psychologist. I might go back to school. You never know. I was spitting facts from an objective standpoint. So please, 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 replay crew, go back and like this video, watch it, comment, share your comments, even if they're different from mine. I am not opposed to different opinions, you guys. I just want y'all to act like y'all have some sense, and I want y'all to be respectful. That's all I really ask. If you know me in real life, I do debates all the time. That don't mean, we got to fight. I hear different people's opinions all the time. Omar says, no influencers next season. Please. The show is big enough to do. Okay. Thank you, Omar. And I want the new fans. Y'all got to go somewhere in a hole. Let me correct myself. The new toxic fans of Love Island, y'all gotta go somewhere. And please, I'm not trying to paint a false picture to y'all. I am not some OG day one watcher of. I promise you, I'm not. About 3 years ago, I watched a few episodes from Love Island UK. They're crazy too, and I will say season 6 was the first full season of Love Island USA that I watched all the way. So I'm not trying to act like I'm some guru of Love Island, but because I watched last season, I do have a little more insight than those of you who just started watching season 7. So let me Clark it. I'm all over the place. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Oh, I got one more point, y'all. I got one more important point to make about this. One more. Yep, Shayna agrees with Omar. No more influencers. Can we get authentic, genuine, real, normal ass people? It's the most watched season. So unfortunately, I know, Shayna. But this is the thing, you guys. And thank you, Shayna, for saying that, because you reminded me. Oh, brother. Love Island season 7 is the most watched season, not because of who the cast was, truly, not really because they're influencers. I'm gonna be honest, it's not. In my humble and personal opinion, the reason why this season is the most watched, is because of season 6. Season 6 cast members of Love Island need to get their coin. Well, they're getting their coins, especially the finalists. They need to get their things. I think a lot of y'all who did not watch season 6, y'all don't realize how big it was. If it wasn't for season 6, none of these season 7 finalists would be getting no type of goddamn endorsement. These big endorsement deals, campaigns, being in music, y'all, being in people's music, all that shit, these big campaigns, Pepsi, this, that's because of season 6, Pookie. That's because of Janae. That's because of Sierra. No, not Sierra. What's the girl name? Look at me, y'all, my brain. That's because of Cordell Beckham. That's because of Serena. I was right. I think I was saying Sierra. Serena. All these, y'all need to be kissing and saying thank you to the people who came before you. I'm preaching like I'm talking about some real important shit. Y'all need to be thanking Serena. Y'all need to be thanking Cordell. Y'all need to be thanking Leah. Y'all need to. They're the ones. There was no other, and if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. There was no other season prior to season 6 that was getting these type of mass deals and mass campaigns and these big ass companies and these big ass ads and getting paid top dollar and on every single scene and this shoot, that shoot, Summer Walker music. Nobody else was getting that, beloved. Nobody. Damn sure not the whole finalists. Maybe the winner, but the fact that a lot of the y'all, season 6 was so good, they got a spinoff, Beyond the Villa. So all this season 7 love, in my humble opinion, it has nothing to do with these mother truckers being influencers. They're not. I think that helped some of them. Absolutely. But as far as the reason why this season is the most watched is because of the success of season 6. Shayna says crazy because she likes season 5 better. And you might be right. I believe you. But season 6 is what got Love Island really on everyone's radar. This became season 6 is why it became so trending. That's where the fan base come. That's when the viewers shot up because season 6 was breaking records too. People forget. Season 6 last year, they broke records on Peacock and streaming. They broke records. So season 6 really planted the seeds for season 7 as far as the success. Now with that, of course, the powers that be at these networks, they put more pressure on everyone else that falls under them. So the executives, they get these numbers. Oh my God, we're doing so good. We're good. All right, we got to come bigger and better. We got to do this. And then they start overdoing it and they start overperforming and they start demanding things that really is not necessary. And it be so much shit that goes behind this shit, y'all. This production crew, I can't speak for all 200 production crew of Love Island USA season 7, but baby, some of y'all need to go. But let me just go back to one last point about Nicolandria and Ace in the ultimate betrayal in the vindictive act that he did today. I want to shout out Queen Rhea on my TikTok. Y'all check out my TikTok. It's Monique Nicole 94. My Love Island post today is going viral and getting a lot of traction. And I had a lot of really awesome comments. Most people in the comments agree with me and had the same sentiment. So Queen Rhea wrote, even if it is a PR relationship between Nick and Olandria, you couldn't just call your friend. You had to air out their business instead of talking about your own. But this is the man that said he is going to always protect Black women. Yet you just knowingly made the choice to create a space for more hate for her and Nick. Wow, he's such a small man. Clark it. And that goes back to my earlier point about him not caring about Olandria's mental health and the blowback it would have on her and the blowback it would have on his lady, Shelly. Now, let me say this, and I want this to be stamped, timestamp, date, time, proof, receipts, timeline, all of that. All of that. All of that. I'm here to tell you guys right now, and I want y'all to hear me, listen to me very carefully, especially the naysayers. Listen to me very carefully. After the type of season this was, after seeing the finalists, after seeing how people, after all of this shit, I want y'all to hear me genuinely. I don't give a damn if Nick Olandria is a PR stunt. I don't give a damn if it's a PR stunt. Because all these mother truckers are a PR stunt. Let's keep it a buck. They did not play the game they were supposed to play. They did not, none of these people, let me not say none, majority of the cast did not play this game in this season how it's supposed to be done. You got damn bullied and chastised because you coupled up too soon. You got chastised. Jeremiah got chastised and picked on because he fell too deep with Hood. Ace, mind your, oh Jesus, reel it in. We got Amaya Papaya and Brian winning. I would have rather Ace and Shelly won because I feel like even though I feel like Ace was toying with Shelly, I do think he had actual feelings for her. That's more than what the fuck Brian had for Amaya. I said this on my TikTok today. The fact that some of y'all be critiquing Nick Olandria more than y'all critique Amaya and Brian, and Amaya and Brian won is asinine to me. America chose Amaya and Brian. Brian did not court her. Brian didn't do shit. Brian didn't lift no goddamn finger for Amaya. He didn't do no sweet gestures. He didn't court her. It was a last minute situation. Brian defended, and I think Brian has a really cool personality. I would be friends with him in real life. I would never date him, but I would be his friend. My point is, none of these finalists were just so in love. None of these finalists were just so amazing. Let's keep it a buck. So if I'm being real with you, not even being on no bias stuff, if Nick Olandria is a PR stunt, if they have an agreement, an arrangement, this is fake, they just gonna do this for a year, get millions of dollars and then clock out, I don't give a shit. Considering how this season went, considering how season 7 went, I don't mind. Why not? The amount of respect and care that Nick shows Olandria is more than what any other man on this cast has ever done for the lady that they were talking to, linked up, whatever the Love Island terms are, coupled up with. Nick has shown Olandria more care and respect than any of these other men did in the villa to their prospective couples and whatever. Ace, you just started really, treating Shelly really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you started feeling some type of way when Chris came in. Okay, but you was low-key playing in Shelly's face the whole time. And you just started to act right near the end when you realize, oh no, we about to be at the end of this shit. Let me get with her for real. So stop it. Why air them out if it's true? Why do that? It doesn't matter. Nick likes Olandria. His mom likes Olandria. They are getting brand deals. They're getting taken. They going to Europe. They going here. They going there. They doing Calvin Klein camp. They getting money. Let them get money for the next year. Let them. They have enough care and respect for each other, unlike Amaya and Brian. Unlike Pepe and I mean, do you see who your castmates are this season, brother? You ain't had that many choices of authentic couples. So listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not one of these delusional Nicolandria fans. I'm a very realistic person. I've seen enough of their interviews to understand that they're not in love with each other. And I part of me does believe Ace. I do believe that Nick and Olandria like each other. I think they even care about each other. I think they are even attracted to each other. I think they have smashed, but I don't think they're in love or this spark. And I believe Ace a little bit, but guess what? They have respect for each other. They have care for each other. So I'm going to tell y'all this to show y'all I'm not biased. This is my prediction. It's August. I predict this is just me following y'all's narrative that they not real, they don't like each other, they faking it, they got no. I'm just gonna go with the trolls. Let me play devil's advocate. If it is in fact true what Ace said, okay, if in fact they don't love each other, they're not all the way attracted, or they're not all the way, there's no romantic spot, whatever the fuck he said, I'll give you this. I predict that Nick and Olandria will go strong in the public eye for the next 4 to 6 months. I believe Nick and Olandria will go strong in the public eye for the next 4 to 6 months. I think they're going to rack up on all the campaigns. Everybody who calls them to do a campaign, to do a brand management shoot, to do a brand campaign, what influencer camp, whatever the fuck, they about to make money. They about to make that money. Okay, they about to make millions. You hear me? I can see them making millions. 4 to 6 months, maybe till the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes when shit dies down. Then in 4 to 8 months, I see Nick and Olandria coming out with a joint statement that would go a little something like this. Guys, we want to first thank our Love Island fans and supporters. This journey has been quite a ride, and we genuinely appreciate y'all's love and support. With that being said, although Nick and I care about each other very much, we are just better off as friends. We know we love and care about each other. We want the best for each other, but we're just at this time, we think we're better off as friends. We will always have love and respect for each other, and we will always have this unique bond. We wish each other nothing but the best. Thank you guys again for the love. Take care. That's how this shit be going. Listen, that I messed up a little bit, but y'all got the gist. Now, baby, one thing about me, I can come up with some shit now. Baby, I can come up with some shit. I am like the best at coming up with like corporate emails, corporate responses, politically correct. I'm like, I really could have worked in politics. I would never work in politics now, but I've had people tell me, Monique, you should work in politics. You could do crisis management. I already told y'all, if I do crisis management in this entertainment media space, it would have to be for OG celebrities. I'm not doing no crisis management for none of these fucking knucklehead ass None of these knucklehead ass new celebrities, they would stress me the fuck. Like, I would never, if I were to ever do PR, like on some real shit, not being an assistant, really doing PR in that regard, doing crisis management, it would have to be for the OG celebrities who gonna listen to me a little bit. Yes, Omar Clark, and thank you, boo. He said, okay, PR representative, clock it, honey. Huh. People don't want to be giving me my things, honey. Give me my things. Yeah, and I'm saying that as a Nicolandria stan. But again, the difference between me and other people, I'm not delusional. I have always been a very realistic person, even in my own shit. Like, I've been a fool for love. I've definitely been a fool for love, but I'm just a realistic type of person. Like, I'm very realistic. I love love. I love Nick and Olandria. I think they're really dope people. I think they genuinely have a care and a liking for each other. I think they genuinely like each other as human beings. But I can just tell you, no, they're not gonna get y'all. They're not. This is not gonna last forever. I'm too much of a realist. Whether I love them or not, this shit's not gonna last forever. Like Shayna said, I give it 6 months. I give it 6 months, and maybe even 8. Shayna, maybe 8, baby. If them checks are nice, Shayna, I can see them going to like the end of the year, or right before New Year's. I can definitely see them. Well, which can I count? What? September. I'm a September, November, December. Oh, okay. So I'm slow. 6 months would carry us into the new year. But you know what I'm saying, y'all. I'm gonna give it anywhere between 4 to 8 months, maybe 6 to 8 months, something like that. So yeah, I said a whole lot. I didn't go the most perfect order, but I do think a lot of what I said landed. I think a lot of what I said was very like highly intellectual and very intelligent, and just like I think I definitely delivered some good points. Again, replay crew, please do your thing and like this video. You guys, again, liking the video. I beside from my YouTubers, I don't think the general public understands how much liking our video helps. Don't get me wrong now, the views are very, very, very important. So baby, run the views up, honey. But them likes, they help, baby. Them likes, okay, is also what helps boost us to that algorithm. So what happens is other people who are looking for Love Island videos, guess what? My page is gonna pop up on their For You page. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, no cap. This week, because Love Island was popping and YouTube was tracking, like I'm looking up Love Island recap, Love Island review. A lot of other Black content creators who cover Love Island popped up on my timeline this week. This week alone, it's only Wednesday. I have followed 3 or 4 new Black YouTubers who cover reality shows, Love Island. And I'm telling y'all that because that when we stress about liking the video, it really helps everybody. It helps me, but it also it helps everyone. It really is a domino effect. So again, because I was typing in Love Island this, I just started on my For You. Other Black content creators who covered Love Island popped up, and I subscribed to all of them. Because they had great content. So when we say like the video, we really mean it. It really does help us. Anyway, I think I made my points as far as the disappointment in Ace. I broke it down pretty well. Very disappointed. Very sad about what he did and just the selfish nature of it. Oh, let me just show y'all this. Shelly don't miss nothing, baby. Shelly said, now whoever wrote this, shout out to Coco Amako. I just followed them the other day. They're pretty cool. They took Shelly's clip face from the reunion, but basically Shelly tweeted and was like, "Child, anyway, my event at Tuskegee went amazing yesterday. Like, thank you." It's like, Ace, Shelly is receiving enough hatred. Why would you pile on top of that? Why would you do that to that lady that you so-called care and respect? Come on, man. Now you wonder why people say you got little man syndrome. Now you wonder why people are calling you insecure, bro. No, now I was trying to defend him and saying he's not insecure. He's a confident man. But damn, Ace, you're really not helping it, brother. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to Alandria? To give the haters. Ace got a lot of growing up to do, man. When I tell you, I'm so disappointed. What did I say? Shelly, Alandria. Oh, girl, girl. It's time for me to clock out. Clock out. Clark it. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. Thank you, Alandria. Shayna, the thing is, I don't even know what the hell I said. Why would you do that to Alandria, man? And why would you do that blowback, the blowback that it's gonna have on Shelly? Now, what if this messes up Shelly and Alandria's relation? Like, it's just he didn't think. Ace got to do some work and some healing and some maturing. Again, I think what Ace did was very selfish and vindictive. I think Ace has a holier than thou attitude. I think Ace acts like a martyr. I think Ace acts like a victim. I think Ace acts like it's his world and everybody's just living in it and everybody has to do things the way he wants to and the way he would. And he got to do a lot of maturing, man. I have to remember, I'm going to give him a slither of grace because he's 22, but I take that grace back because when it came to Nick, you did this whole thing today out of spite and being vindictive. So nah, I'm not going to give you no grace, but I just pray for Ace and I pray that he matures and I pray that one day he looks back at his actions, realizes that he was wrong and apologizes because it was pretty fucked up. Child, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. I'm gonna see how I feel. I don't even think I want to come back as far as recap the reunion. I think, listen, I made like an 8-9 minute TikTok yesterday about the reunion. Those are the highlights for me. So y'all can go on my TikTok. Please follow my TikTok. Let me get some traction on that hoe. Okay, so TikTok. The tick. You don't stop the boogie to the bang to the boogie to up, jump the boogie on the bang and the boogie to be. It's time to go to sleep. I'm getting delusional. That's my ticky top. That's my ticky top. That's my ticky top. That's my ticky top. That's my ticket. Yeah, I think I'm exhausted about Love Island. I don't even think I want to talk about this shit no more. I really think this is the last like long form video I will do unless something insane happens. Anything else as far as Love Island is going to be little quick videos on TikTok. And honestly, y'all, like I said, after these next couple weeks, I don't really see myself talking about a Love Island season 7 no more. It was a terrible season. I want there to be a whole new production. Y'all can keep a few of the production people there, but I want to see a whole new production set. I want to see more Black women on y'all's production team. I saw a photo of the production team weeks ago. I don't know. I think Jessie Woo posted it. Shout out to Jessie Woo, who's been doing an excellent job at covering this season of Love Island. And I want to give a shout out to a new what's the word I want to use? She's so unique. She's obviously a content creator. She's also a good advocate. She's also not a mental health coach. She is like some type of coach. Blue centric. She is freaking dope. If you're like me, and I'm not saying this like I'm better than you, if you're like me and you like deep commentary, deep intellectual, psychological type of breakdowns of like people's actions and what like if y'all like that type of shit, please follow Blue centric. She is some type of coach. She does some type of thing, but she's fun. She's just beautiful Black woman. She's just dope AF. She separately did a good job too with the content for this season of Love Island. Shout out to all the Black content creators who covered Love Island. Like, I try to follow and support as many Black content creators as possible because we already know how this platform be acting towards all of us, especially Black content creators. So I always try to support y'all. Support me. Support me, bitch. Support me, bitch. Support me, bitch. Sorry. Somehow I always end up quoting Nene Leakes in Housewives of Atlanta. Anyway, support me, bitch. Like this damn video, shawty. Y'all, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to take some medicine. I'm going to meditate. I think I'm going to do some like guided meditation. I'm going to take some medicine. I'm going to pray. And then I'm going to scroll on the internet, but I'm not going to take on anything Love Island. And I just pray that I just want everybody to also just remember to protect your mental peace, your mental health. I think social media is such a double-edged sword, and it is like not humanly, like as humans, I do not think we were ever supposed to consume this much content. It's got to be scientifically proven somewhere. It's unhealthy. It's really not normal. This is not how it's supposed to go. I just think when you consume so much shit, and I'm guilty of it, you know what I mean? No one's forcing me to follow these blog sites. No one's forcing me to talk up, this is just how I am. But I think a lot of us have become desensitized in a lot of different ways. And I just want to remind everyone that we are all human and we can only take on but so much stuff. And sometimes when you constantly are consuming information on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the news, it is overwhelming. And I meant to touch on this in the beginning of the video and I forgot. I'm so sick of saying this. I do want to pray and extend my sincerest, and I don't want to cry. I want to extend my sincerest condolences to the lives that were lost today in Minneapolis. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old gone because of a school pow incident at a Catholic school. I really meant to touch on this in the beginning, but I gotta do it. I don't even have the words because for the past 12 years, I've been a very vocal advocate on ending mass pow-pows, ending mass school pow-pows. I've been a big advocate and very vocal about our government, having stricter rules and stuff. And this is just not normal. I am not a parent, but when I tell you I have immense empathy within me for parents and a new fear that's unlocked, like we have become so desensitized to even that. The fact that parents cannot send their children, and I do not want to cry. The fact that parents cannot send their children to school without fear of them being slaughtered in school is beyond asinine. It is something that I will never be able to comprehend, that we in America, and when I say we, obviously not you and me, we know the powers that be. It is, I don't think I'll ever, as long as I live, hopefully a long time, I will never understand the mindset of the opposing side when it comes to this topic. I will never wrap my head around the fact that parents cannot just send their kids to school. And you guys, I had this thought a few weeks ago when the school year started here in Georgia, here in the South, at least definitely in Georgia, we start school very early. We start August, sometimes the first week of August, which I think is too soon. I'm from New York, so when I was growing up as a young kid, I didn't go to school till September. But then when I moved to Georgia, I quickly learned that they go to school August. Nonetheless, sorry, I am so ADD right now. My point is, I had this thought. I wrote a post on social media a few weeks ago at the start of the school year, and I literally said a prayer for the children. I literally asked God, please, and I'm like trying not to cry. I asked God to cover our children and bless the parents and bless the, and it's like the fact that parents cannot send their children to school. The fact that two parents have to now bury their 8-year-old child and their 10-year-old child. I can't fathom that. And this should not happen. And this should not be normalized. And this should not be ignored. And this should not be swept under the rug. It is unfair. It is unfair to be living in America and US citizens, parents cannot drop off their kids at school, send their kids off for a school year and not fear. Last school year, I was at the hair salon getting my hair done. And there was some type of false alarm. One of the women in the salon got some type of notification from the school. Y'all, I'm trying so not to cry. The way this mom reacted out of fear that there was a school shooting, or the fear that took over her in that brief minute or two. However, I can't remember how long I think it was like a minute. The fear that she had because she got in a notification from the school, and her heart stopped because she thought it was. And I just don't think any parent should ever have to feel that. It's just not fair, man. It's just not fucking fair. I mean, I remember growing up in Georgia, and we used to have fire drills. And because I lived in the South, we had tornado drills. And I remember those being kind of scary. As a little kid, they'd line us up in the hallway. We would face the wall. We would get on our knees. We would face the wall, and we would cover like that in case there was ever a tornado. Those were the only two drills I ever did as a kid growing up in Georgia public school. Fire drills and tornado drills. The fact that children of today's society for the past 14 years, I think, have had to now have drills for if there's an active shooter. I'm going to continue to pray for our children this school year. I'm going to continue to pray for the parents. I'm going to continue to pray for the teachers, Lord. Lord knows they don't get paid enough. And I'm going to pray for these children, not only their safety, but these children's mental health. Something like this is hard for an adult. Something like this is hard for an adult to process. Can you imagine how children are processing this today? Again, a Catholic school, like these kids were praying. They were in the middle of prayer. I don't know what to do besides the gun laws. I don't know, man. Y'all, these schools across the nation are going to have to start being like Fort Knox. It's going to have to start being like, and I'm not trying to be ignorant because obviously, because I was thinking like at work, I was like, damn, the way these buildings be locked up. You need a badge for here, a badge for there, a badge for there. I was like, why can't I had this thought today. I was like, damn, why can't the schools do it like this? A badge for here. But then again, it's like, okay, if someone has an AK-47, they shoot the damn glass, bitch. Fuck a badge. They just gonna bust it, so anyway, I hate to dampen the mood, but I was supposed to mention it at the top of the show and I didn't. And I would be remiss if I did not. It was weighing on me heavy today. And I hope I'm not triggering anybody right now. I just wanted to show love and empathy to the people out there who's also maybe even impacted by other school shootings or other just incidents of violence. Very triggering, very scary. Shayna says, I hate that we even have to have the conversation. Shayna, I hate it. I hate it. Listen, I'm not a parent yet, but you know me, I have a lot of empathy, right? And obviously, like, I'm Auntie Momo, so I have friends whose kids I love like they were my own. Like I'm very Momo loves the kids, so my heart is very empathetic when it comes to children and the well-being of children and parents and what parents have to endure. Like, I'm very, very empathetic to all of that. I have a heart for our babies, but don't know what else to do. I work in education. Oh, I work in education, and the buildings are like prisons, but I'm glad you told me that. All in with Ali C. Can you tell me, if you don't mind sharing, what city or state you reside in? Because I'm really curious if other schools, especially like elementary and middle schools, obviously I'm sure it depends between school district, city, state, but I just wonder, how are they designed? You being in education, do you feel like you're safe as far as, the safety, you know, do you feel like they do this shit like Fort Knox? You said it's like a prison, but so damn. Okay, you're in Dallas, Texas. Okay. Child boo boo. I'm definitely praying for, yes. Ali C. Yes, I'm praying for all y'all. Shayna, I'm praying for you and your babies. Ali C, I'm praying for you in this school year, honey. I have several friends in education. Not several. I have a few friends in education. So it's like I have nothing but empathy for y'all. And anyway, we went from Love Island to this, but it's part of the news, right? And it's part of our reality. And I'm not a parent and I don't work in education, but trust me, it affects me. It affects me so much. So yeah. Anyway, today, what's today? Wednesday? This was a really crappy hump day, at least when it comes to news and all of that. I personally had a good day. I hope y'all had a good hump day. We almost at Friday, but honestly, it was just like back to back. It was like the ACE thing pissed me off. And then the schools, I was just like, damn, today kind of wasn't the best day in like news and media. Like, really sad. It's not fair. It's not fair. These parents, the night before, this morning when they woke up. And that's what always scares me about like life and death. It's like, and this is why it's so precious. Like, when we wake up in the morning, we have no idea. We have no idea what the day's going to hold for us, good or bad. And it's just like, it makes you appreciate stuff because, God, when these kids woke up today, they were just regular kids. When these parents woke up, they were just regular parents taking their kids to school, going to work. I mean, they never would have fathomed that 12 hours later, they began a phone call. 10 hours later, they began a phone call. Things like that, you guys, really, really hurt me. Maybe I'm too much of an empath, but that's how I be thinking about life and death, y'all. Just, you never know, man. Jesus. Those poor parents. You're an 8-year-old, 8 and 10. And like, how they have like inside the mind of a serial killer. Do they have inside the mind of a school shooter or a mass shooter? Because why the FUCK? Like, I'm trying to understand, especially when it comes to children. Like, don't get me wrong, a mass pow pow, I don't care if it's an adult or not. Don't shoot me up, motherfucker. I don't want to die today. But really, and I'm just trying to like not even make light, but I'm really like, how Netflix and everybody, there's 11 documentaries about inside the mind of a serial. Do they have one for inside the mind of a mass power? Because especially a school, what do you get from going inside of a school building and massacring children. I'm trying to understand. Like, all mass shootings are terrible, but like, okay, when you hear about the mass shooting, like, oh, the disgruntled worker came back and shot, that is effed up, that is traumatizing, and that is tragic. But I can at least be like, okay, he's a psychopath, but he is a disgruntled worker, so he went back to, okay, it don't make sense. It's not logical, but okay, there's a motive that, okay, on paper makes sense. I rarely hear a motive of someone who goes to a school and massacres children and have some type of reason and logic. Like, it never, like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to the Grey's Anatomy fans. And mind you, I have not watched all seasons, but I've watched enough. Okay. OG Grey's Anatomy, that infamous episode where there was a shooting at the hospital. That was some of the best TV, baby. That hospital shooting episode, I think it was 2 episodes. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, that episode was deep. But anyway, my point is, in the Grey's Anatomy episode where there was a whole hospital shooting, it was a really traumatic 2 episodes. The guy who shot up the hospital, he shot up the hospital. Well, he shot up the hospital. He did hurt innocent people. That part, from a psychological standpoint, I'll never understand why hurt innocent people. But he went back and he chose that hospital because he felt like Dr. Shepard or whatever didn't properly save his wife and let his wife die on the operating. So he had that type of motive. But y'all, when y'all go to these schools and hurt these innocent children, y'all don't be coming out with no fucking motive. All we be hearing was, oh, he had an obsession with guns. Oh, he was picked on. Oh, picked on, like, I guess at school or not at school. I don't even know, because some of the people be in their damn 20s and 30s. You graduated from this elementary school how many years ago? Why are you going back to shoot up an elementary school? But like, it don't be making sense. Why are you harming children? Like, I need someone to do a documentary on In the Mind of a School Mass Shooter, because why are you harming children? Why are you? It don't make sense to me. Not one person was like, oh yeah, I came back to the school because I was bullied at this school and I wanted to kill the principal and the admin staff because they bullied. I mean, like, I'm never hearing like no type of motive like that. What possesses them to go into a school and harm and murder innocent little lives? And then he offed him. Like, when I tell you, baby, when they off themselves after doing it, pisses me off so bad. When I tell you, it pisses me off so bad, because you took innocent children's lives and then took your own. You should at least be rotting in jail. Like, y'all, stuff like this. This is when I be feeling like, fuck a damn jail cell, bitch. You need to let the family square up. Y'all remember on the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix special and what happened in real life when Jeffrey Dahmer was on trial, baby? That one, when I tell you guys the real tape is so harrowing and like gut wrenching, and I cried when I saw it. But baby, that sister was about to jump across the thing and fuck Jeffrey Dahmer. I just feel like any certain offenses, certain crimes, especially with children, y'all, they just need to get offed. You're not about to sit up in jail for 15, 20, 30 years and then you're going to get injected. Nah, I want you to do 5 years in jail, and then I want you to die like a bad. Okay, let me stop before YouTube blocks me. Y'all know what I'm saying. I don't play about children. I don't play about innocent people. I don't play that. I miss our childhood, baby. When I tell you I be depressed, Allie C, when I tell you I literally be depressed with, and I don't even, I mean, obviously I should talk to my therapist about this, but she knows, because I've been very vocal. I sometimes I really am very saddened by the current state of the world, current state of this nation, and just how much things have changed since our childhood and adolescence. I'm well in my 30s, and I weep. I weep for the life that we once had. in the times that we once had that we'll never get back. I weep for that. I weep for it. And I weep for these children because of these type of situations. The games are, oh my gosh, content they view, and just no self-control or spirituality. It's the, ooh, come on, Allie C. I like you, Allie C. I hope you subscribe, Boopy. I love what you just said because it's so true. It's so true. Even if people don't believe that it's demonic, you have to admit that it is toxic and it is unhealthy. Like there was some type of statistic I saw the other day about children today and how their brains are just not going to be developed correctly compared to ours because of the tablets and the phones and the this and just how like obsessed we are with electronics. And this is no shade to parents, because bitch, you damn right if we at the damn, I don't know, Outback Steakhouse, I'm damn sure gonna give my kid this tablet so she can shut the fuck up so I can eat my steak. I'm not judging y'all, because the truth is, adults, we're also losing some damn brain cells by being so attached to it. It's effing us all up. But at least with us, most of us, our frontal lobe has developed. These kids, man. Anyway, you right, Allie C. Again, my heart weeps for the children of today. Don't even get me into the adolescence and the peer pressure they have to deal with, and the social media and the comparison, and you got 16-year-olds looking 21, and baby, I can go on a whole diatribe. Oh, my arm looks so damn fat right then. I can go on a whole, oh yeah, I gotta start putting the camera back here. Why the hell I be having the camera so close to my face? I mean, looking 5 pounds heavier than what the hell I really am. Anyway, I gotta go, y'all. When I get to rambling, I be saying good stuff, but I also gotta go. And the truth is, I'm a certified yapper, so I could literally talk to y'all low key. I could talk to y'all for another hour about some other shit. Tonight, I intended to do a hot topics video on just celebrity stuff, other politics, but baby, this Love Island stuff really grind my gears, so I had to hop on the internet and come at y'all with this. But like I said, I really don't want to touch Love Island no more. I mean, I'm so over it. Between the toxic production, between the hood rats, between everything in between, I'm just, the racism, the picking on Shelly, and all that, I'm spent. This is not what this show is supposed to be about. You know, we shouldn't. And it's the hatred all around. I don't want no hatred for Hula Hoop. I don't want no hatred for her. I don't want nobody to do nothing. I don't want nobody to call them no CP. I don't want none of that. It's too toxic. But my point is, yeah, I really wanted to talk about some other shit, because baby, the hot topics is topicking. Okay, I ain't even making no fucking sense. But I do have a treat for y'all tomorrow, Thursday, August 28th. I will be doing another panel style interview. I have an exclusive interview coming tomorrow night with Tyshawn Freeman, aka Hoop, from BMF. I know BMF is over as of 2 weeks ago, but I was supposed to do this interview. Stuff happened. We doing it this week. It's still relevant because I'm still seeing BMF memes and BMF think pieces for the past 2 weeks. So we're going to interview Tyshawn Freeman. He has played Hoop on BMF, and he has been a fan favorite. So I'm going to have him on. We're going to talk about him, get to know him more, and really talk about his character on BMF and all those good things. Yeah, guys, I love y'all. Thank you for letting me rant for almost 2 hours. If you like the vibe, subscribe. I love how that rhymes. Thank you, Boo. Alex. Yeah, Hoop was solid, bro. Hoop was a fan favorite, and that's what I was telling Tyshawn. I'm like, bro, you need to be, bro. I be telling him, like, you sleeping on yourself. Like, you know, I've only met him once, so I'm not as close with him as I am with Terry Allen, aka Duffy. I really actually have like a friendship with Duffy, but Hoop, I've only met him once or twice. Really cool guy. I can't wait for y'all to really meet him. But that's gonna happen tomorrow at 8. So y'all stay tuned. Again, run the likes up. If y'all know people, personally that you know would rock with my content, please share this video to them. Run the likes up, run the views up. I love y'all. Y'all please protect your mental health, protect your peace, protect yourself. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Good night.